Welcome to another epic Marvel showdown. Today, we're diving into one of the most deadly and unpredictable battles in comic book history, Sentry vs. Hela. On one side, we have Sentry, a man with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, near infinite strength, and the ability to regenerate from nothing. On the other, we have Hela, the Asgardian Goddess of Death, ruler of Hell and Nibelheim, who can end life with a single touch and summon armies of the dead. Who would win in this battle of gods? Would Sentry's overwhelming strength and speed be enough to overcome Hela's mastery of death magic? Or would Hela's soul-severing abilities and necromantic forces bring even Marvel's most powerful hero to his knees? Let's break down their abilities, strengths, weaknesses, and ultimate battle scenario to determine the true victor in this Marvel clash of titans. The power and abilities of Sentry. Sentry, also known as Robert Reynolds, is one of the most mysterious and powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. His origin is tied to an experimental serum, an attempt to recreate the super soldier serum that made Captain America, but the result was far beyond anything anyone expected. This serum granted him the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, turning him into an entity of godlike strength, speed, and durability. At full power, Sentry can lift immeasurable weights, rivaling and even surpassing characters like Thor, Hulk, and even cosmic beings. His speed is near light, allowing him to cross vast distances in moments, react to high-speed attacks, and engage in combat at a level that most characters can barely comprehend. Unlike most physical-based heroes, Sentry's power also extends into molecular manipulation, meaning he can completely reconstruct his body if destroyed. One of his most dangerous aspects, however, is the Void, a dark, malevolent entity that exists within him. When unleashed, the Void has wiped out entire teams of heroes, including Avengers and X-Men members, and has been considered a cosmic-level threat. The Void represents Sentry's inner darkness, his greatest weakness, and his ultimate potential all in one. But Sentry's greatest enemy is often himself. His mind is fractured, unstable, and filled with self-doubt. While he is physically invincible, his psychological struggles can limit him, causing him to hesitate in battle or hold back from using his full strength. If he loses control, the Void may take over, turning him from a hero into one of the most dangerous forces in the Marvel Universe. Hela, the Goddess of Death. Hela, the daughter of Loki in Marvel Comics, is an ancient, powerful force of nature. As the Asgardian Goddess of Death, she rules over Hell and Nibelheim, the realms of the dead, and has long sought to expand her dominion beyond her appointed realm. While many gods in Asgard rely on brute strength, Hela is a master of death magic, necromancy, and divine manipulation, making her one of the most terrifying figures in Asgardian history. Physically, Hela is incredibly powerful, able to challenge Thor in combat. Her strength surpasses most Asgardians, and her durability is immense. She has survived planet-shattering attacks and fought against some of the strongest beings in the universe. But it's her magical abilities that truly make her one of Marvel's deadliest entities. Her Hand of Glory is one of her most feared abilities, allowing her to kill beings instantly by severing their connection to life itself. Unlike conventional energy-based attacks, her magic directly affects the soul, making it nearly impossible to resist. She can summon necroswords, blades made of pure dark energy, which are capable of piercing even the most durable beings, including Asgardians and cosmic entities. These weapons are endless, allowing her to throw them like projectiles or wield them in close combat. Additionally, Hela can summon entire armies of the dead, reviving fallen warriors and using them as an extension of her will. This gives her an infinite supply of soldiers, making her nearly unstoppable in battle. However, one of her weaknesses is her reliance on her enchanted cloak. This cloak greatly enhances her powers, and without it, she becomes significantly weaker. While she is still a formidable warrior without it, losing the cloak puts her at a major disadvantage. Battle breakdown, Sentry vs. Hela. A battle between Sentry and Hela would be nothing short of catastrophic, shaking the very foundation of reality. These two powerhouses possess abilities that could alter the fate of entire worlds, and their clash would be a spectacle of destruction and raw power. Sentry's overwhelming strength and speed would allow him to dominate in the early stages of the battle. His molecular manipulation makes him nearly impossible to kill through conventional means, and his raw force could level mountains with a single punch. Given his ability to reform himself, even Hela's necroswords would struggle to deal permanent damage. However, Hela's connection to death gives her a major advantage. While Sentry may be indestructible on a physical level, Hela doesn't need to destroy his body, she only needs to sever his life force. Her Hand of Glory ability could potentially bypass his regeneration, cutting him off from existence itself. Moreover, Hela's necromantic magic could be used to attack Sentry's mind. If she can tap into his psychological instability, she might be able to weaken him, manipulate him, or even force the void to emerge. While the void is incredibly powerful, it is also chaotic, and Hela might be able to turn its presence to her advantage. If the void does emerge, the battle escalates to an entirely different level. The void has fought and defeated some of the most powerful beings in Marvel, including the Hulk, Thor, and even cosmic forces. However, Hela's dominion over the dead might allow her to counteract the void's power, preventing it from fully consuming the battle. Ultimately, this fight would be an unpredictable mix of brute force, magic, and psychological warfare. Both characters have the potential to win, but the conditions of the battle would determine the outcome. Final verdict: who would win? So, who wins in a battle between Sentry and Hela? The answer isn't straightforward. This is one of those rare matchups where victory is entirely dependent on the circumstances of the fight. If Sentry fights at his full potential, holding nothing back, he could obliterate Hela through sheer force. His speed would allow him to dodge most of her attacks, and his molecular manipulation means he could recover from almost any injury. His ability to tear through cosmic beings suggests that he could eventually overpower her. However, Sentry's mental instability is a significant weakness, and Hela is a master manipulator. If she can exploit his fractured mind, summon the dead to weaken him, or land a critical strike with her Hand of Glory, she could claim victory. If the void takes over, the battle becomes even more complicated. The void's destructive power is immense, but Hela's dominion over the dead may allow her to resist or counteract it. The question is whether she could do so before the void annihilates everything in its path. In a pure physical fight, Sentry has the edge. In a battle of endurance, Hela's control over death gives her an advantage. In a long, drawn-out war, the outcome is too unpredictable to call definitively. Final verdict: Hela has a better chance of winning in a strategic battle, while Sentry wins in a straightforward, brute force confrontation. If they fight 10 times, the result could go either way depending on how the battle unfolds. This is truly one of Marvel's most intense matchups, and the answer is not as simple as strength versus magic. It's about control, tactics, and who makes the first critical move. Would you agree with this conclusion? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel's most powerful characters, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more epic versus battles. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.